What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel today. I didn't get a chance to talk about it today because it happened earlier today and I just got home from work. This is at night. So you guys are probably going to see this the day after it happened. But we're going to talk about the Aaron Rodgers trade and talk about my instant reactions, what I think, how this affects both teams, how this affects the AFC, the Jets, who won the deal, all that type of stuff. But before I get into that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 100 subscribers, trying to hit that by the night of the draft. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, like this video if you like the video, and comment what you think about the trade down below. I want to hear from all my Jets fans. I want to hear from all my Packers fans down below. So we're going to go and get into it. So, this deal has been prolonged for a long time. I mean, we've known that Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Jet here for a couple of months. Talked about that on the Pat McAfee show that his intention was to play for the Jets. So we kind of knew that it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when it was going to happen and what was it going to happen for. What was going to be the compensation that the Packers were going to get in exchange for Aaron Rodgers, who even though he's won the two of the last three MVP awards, some people are saying that he might be falling off because he didn't have such a good year last year. But that's okay. So obviously the Jets are still going to make the trade. They're still going to get a significant upgrade at quarterback from Zach Wilson, Mike White, Joe Flacco. Getting Aaron Rodgers might be the best quarterback they've ever had in their franchise's history, in Aaron Rodgers. But again, we didn't know when it was going to happen or what it was going to happen for. Now, my original prediction and my original prediction was that it would happen before the draft, which that was correct. But I did think that, the Packers were going to get that number 13 overall pick. And by definition, they did. But that was in pick swap. What they really got was a pick swap, a second round pick this year, and then they got a 2024 conditional pick. So if he plays 65% or more of the snaps, it goes into a first round. If not, then it's a second round pick. So essentially, you really just traded two first round picks and a second for Aaron Rodgers and a first. Not too bad of a deal, I would say. I think for the Jets are a team that is just desperate enough to make this deal. They're so desperate at quarterback. They kind of needed to do something, right? So looking at the Packers, I think that this is a great deal for the Packers. I mean, you're moving up two spots in the draft. You're acquiring an additional second and more than likely an additional first for a guy who a and you're saving $60 million for a guy who a was older and expensive, b a guy who has just been giving you headaches for years, and you're finally moving on from that, and you're finally going to your young quarterback in Jordan Love. And additionally, I think that the Packers are, as an organization, ready to start new. They're ready to get the young guys going, start up their next young core of Packers players. So this will really jumpstart that in terms of team building. And then, like I said, for the Jets, giving up that compensation. For the quarterback is, I think, something that's worthwhile. Last year, their quarterback play was putrid. Zach Wilson has really not turned out to be anything like they thought he would be with pick number two. But they do have a lot of other bright young stars: Sauce Gardner, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Mekhi Becton, Quinnen Williams. All those guys, they can make a pretty good team. So, looking at the trade, one thing that really stuck out to me and still does is the Jets seemingly have no protection if he doesn't play past this year. I really did think that there would be some kind of future clause to say, like, oh, if he only played for a year, then, whatever. So I have not heard anything that guarantees Aaron Rodgers play past this year. I know they're going to rework his contract, but what that means exactly, I'm not sure. Um, but I do know that, he's going to play this year. And if he retires, I don't see anything in this deal or anything in the fine print that says that the Jets are protected from that, unfortunately. So he could kind of totally screw him over. Um, Maybe if, they have a bad year or they underperform or whatever, or if he gets hurt or if he wants to go host Jeopardy or whatever, maybe he retires after this year and the Jets kind of just had a 1 year rental. In that case, I think they got absolutely fleeced. But ideally, he plays 3-4 years with the Jets and helps them go to the playoffs. So I would probably grade this trade. I'd probably give the Packers an A. I really do think they got a lot out of what is a guy who wasn't going to be part of their team's future. For the Jets, I'd probably give them a C. I think they kind of outbid themselves a little bit. There really was no other suitors for Aaron Rodgers. So I think that they kind of didn't need to give as much as they did. But I also understand Green Bay wanting to not trade him for anything less than he's worth. So kind of a mixed bag. I think the Jets gave up a lot, and I don't think they protected themselves for if he retires after this year, which I think is a strong possibility, unfortunately. So that's kind of my thoughts on the trade. Let me know what you guys think down below. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your thoughts. Once again, guys, please make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 100. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.